Hello and welcome to a very quick review for a very quick figure. This is the Revenge of the Fallen Fast Action Battler Photon Blast Jetfire. Now to get this guy used, so you notice he's missing a part. He's a very chunky SR-71. It's going to be more of a quick review. My camera says I got like 10 minutes to film, but it runs out of memory. Nicely painted, you got the windows. Got his little Decepticon symbol. Now I don't know why they did this, I'll tell you more of that in robot mode. Very chunky, very simplistic. Now, if you don't know about fast action battlers, they were cheap gimmick figures from the first two movies that transformed quickly, had very cheapified proportions, very off proportions. You can see very much where all the robot bits are. You can see how everything's going to work. Rubber nose cone. A decent enough SR-71. The proportions are better than Legends class, but better than Legends class, but Leader class is where it's at. No wheels, really. He kind of has these faux wheels, so he doesn't roll. You can't see, he just has little nubs. That's all there is to it. And I apologize for the lighting. It's not the best right now. Currently remodeling, so yeah. Got some blue there, some metallic blue, some red, some that kind of rusty red color. Silver for the thrusters, kind of. It is like a very dull silver. Not a whole lot to him. Transformation. Just want to fold that up. Come down to the other side. Bring up what will be his arms. Bring those straight up. And then you have his head, which has the scratched out Decepticon logo. I like how I keep flipping him. But I wish they would have did that on the tail fins, because if you see the movie, he does switch sides. But I wish they would have did the scratched out on the tail fins. You'll bring that up all the way. Take this section, bring it up all the way. Maybe. And then there we go. This hinge, it's really loose when you fold the head down. When you fold it back up, it's really tight. So once you're here, take the tail fins, and they only fold one way. They will not fold up, they fold down. You want to take his foot, bring it down, bring it up, unpeg it. It does peg in right there. Rotate it down. Same on this side. Unpeg it, rotate it down. Bring his arms down. And this, I think it's supposed to be a sword. You can, the instructions say to have it like that. You can have it like that, or you can bring it down like that. I bring it down all the way to kind of be like his cane. Get him all situated. And there you have Jetfire. And all these back fins, you can fold them flat. Again, a very cheapified proportions. Not a whole lot of articulation. Sorry about that, my dog bumped the table. Not a whole lot of articulation. Detail-wise, he's pretty detailed. You got the head there. Some bluish eyes are very small and hard to see. You got some silver there, and that's pretty much it. Now his gimmick was he had a missile. When he pushed this forward, that would rotate and fire the missile. I bought him used. And on the missile, articulation-wise, and he does have a really weird stance. He has like birthing hips like no other. Articulation, shoulders will move up that far, down that far, out basically 90. And that's the same on the other side. It'll move down further because of the sword. It'll move up about the same and move out. And of course, move in. Head can look up. Basically it. You do have a hip joint right here, which will move down, and they're on a ball joint as well, so you really don't get much, but they can do a full 360 for transformation. And one weird thing is he does have a waist swivel, which it's not for transformation, it's not for anything, but if you tilt him forward, he does indeed have a waist swivel, which plays no factor into anything, because to get him to use it, you quite literally have to bend him over. And even then, everything collides. So, yeah. Pretty basic figure. I know this is a mess. I apologize. He's super wide and doesn't want to stand. Because when I got him, these ball joints and his hips were ungodly loose. I also apologize for the autofocus. You can kind of see my shadow a little bit. My struggle bus light. It's struggling, but it's doing its best. This for me was kind of a grail find. I saw him years ago on the back of, I believe it was the Grindor fast action battler from Revenge of the Fallen. I only had him. That's another thing. He does not like to stand because his feet are really far back. He's got a really wide stance. And this kind of holds up a lot of weight. But, yeah, he's a good figure. I tracked him down. I only paid about $9 for him on eBay. I would not go out of your way to look for him unless you're trying to complete the fast action battlers. Complete with all of his tail fins. It's not too hard to find. A little expensive. I definitely would... Another leader class went up ungodly amount in price. I would go with either the Legends class, the leader class, Studio Series. I do not have, I cannot vouch for, but I'd go for that one. It looks pretty good. But if you absolutely have to have a deluxe class Jetfire Revenge of the Fallen, this isn't bad. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. And he is pretty big. He's about old school deluxe size. Pretty much heavier than a current deluxe. But yeah, this has been a very quick and very awfully lit review. I apologize. Again, this figure's nothing to write home about, so I figured I'd film it, get out of the way. Like the video if you like the content. Subscribe for hopefully another review next week. I have a few ideas in mind, but I will catch you folks later.